Do you like aviator frames? Some people call this shape more of a navigator if it's a rectangle. Well, today I'm going to be talking about some of my favorite aviators in optical. I've done a video on sunglass aviators, the hottest ones right now. You can check that out. This one's going to be my favorite optical, that is clear lens aviator frames right now. Don't go anywhere. Hello, it is your friendly neighborhood optician, Daniel Brunson. You have landed on the Hicks Brunson Eyewear YouTube channel. Thank you so much for being here. If you want to see more content on all things independent eyewear, cool things you can do with lenses, custom tinted transitions lenses, hit that subscribe button down below so that you don't miss any of my upcoming videos. All right, now today on the channel, some of you that know me know I'm a big fan of aviators or navigators, or pick your word. Some people say a more teardrop shape, a more rounded teardrop shape would be something that would be considered more of an aviator. I think I've got one right here. So if it's got this kind of teardrop shape like this, a lot of people are going to call this an aviator, whereas if it has more of a rectangular shape like this, a lot of people are going to say this is more of a navigator. Whatever you want to call it, classic, iconic design that it is. It looks good on an awful lot of people throughout the decades, and there's a whole history on why aviator glasses have become so popular in America and around the world, and has a lot to do with World War I and World War II history, but I'll leave that there for another day. Today I'm talking about my favorite aviator glasses in optical and clear glasses, and I'm going to kind of start at the high end of eyewear quality, premium, top premium eyewear, and then I'm going to kind of move my way through. Everything we carry is going to be good quality, but certain frames are going to have gold-plated finishes and made from Japanese block titanium with more enamel work and detail work, and so some of those frames are going to be higher end frames. So I'm going to start right there, and I'm going to start with some of my favorite pieces from Leisure Society. And Leisure Society makes beautiful eyewear in small batch production, handmade in Japan, Japanese block titanium. This one here is the Tempest in gold tortoise. And they use a lot of 18 karat gold plating. As mentioned, this is an 18 karat gold plating. And let's see if we can see some of the detail work right there. On the temple arm, you've got a little brown enamel coloring, and you've got engraving work around the Eyewear. Who doesn't love a good double bar? I mean, this is just a classic look. You saw a lot of this look in the 90s and the early 90s, late 90s. You didn't really see probably a lot of it that had this level of detail that Leisure Society produces. Some of these pieces with the block titanium temple arms can take several hours to produce because it takes a long time to mill out the core so that you can put the hinge, the spring hinge inside. So these are very beautiful pieces. Again, this is the Tempest in gold tortoise. Now, sticking with Leisure Society for a moment, this is the Lumiere, and the Lumiere in 24 karat gold. And just look out the detail work here. This is a drill rimless, but it does have a top rim. So it's kind of interesting, that design. It's not new, it's not a revolutionary design, but it's impressive when you see it done well. I like this, sort of, to me, kind of has an Art Deco look to the bridge. So this, again, is the Lumiere. These pieces are very comfortable, very smooth finishes, all the way down to the temple tip. So that's the Lumiere. Now, if you need a smaller size aviator, the Clairaut from Leisure Society in 18 karat rose gold with black inlay metal. This is the Clairaut, and the Clairaut is an interesting piece. The Clairaut, I think, is where Leisure Society pays a lot of tribute to the past and the 1920s era, like early 1900s era. You know, this is pretty typical size. A lot of eyewear, there wasn't a lot of larger eyewear back then. Everything was a lot smaller, and so this is much more typical of the size you would find at the time, from which Leisure Society draws a lot of its classic inspiration from. So this is the Clairaut, very nice piece. All of these pieces, by the way, they would make just as good a sunglass as they do clear optical. So that just makes them ripe for transitions lenses. And I'll show you a little bit later one of my newest personal frames by Anna-Karin Karlsson, where I did just that. All right, so moving right along, let's check out the Leisure Society Victor. And Victor is here in 18 karat gold brown. So where that Clairaut had a rose gold with a black metal inlay, the Victor is an 18 karat gold with a brown metal inlay. So really nice how you have the gold and the brown colors play off of each other. The detail work on these temple arms is very nice here. Little star right here, if you can see that, kind of signifies a lot of the design work that you'll see in a Leisure frame, and I love this piece. This is a similar piece to a Leisure Society from many years ago that I own called the Coronado. That was one of my favorite pieces ever. And eventually, they're all of these frames are made in such small batches that you just can't get them forever. So I was really happy to see the Victor here because it's a great look and something kind of special. There's another color in the Victor. Now this is 24 karat silver plating, 18 karat rose gold combo. Okay, and just look at how those colors play off of each other, and you'll notice I grabbed my UV light because all of these pieces, of course, they're meant to put prescription lenses in. This piece here, you put a prescription lens in or not, if you don't need prescription lenses, actually comes with a photochromic lens. So you start out with this sort of light amber color, and then you take them into the sun, which we will do right now through the magic of the UV flashlight, and that light amber copper tone that's a real light, easy indoor, probably only a 25% density, will change to a full-on outdoor gray sunglass when you take them out into the sunlight. So this one's just ready to go for those of you that don't need prescription, but you want to wear a cool look indoors and out. Check out the Victor from Leisure Society. All right, that's all I've got from Leisure. That was a lot from Leisure. I'm going to go through the rest of these a little more quickly, and I'm going to start with the one that I told you is one of my newest personal Navigator shaped frames. This is just a fantastic design by Anna-Karin Karlsson called LeChap 2.0. Anna-Karin Karlsson pieces are very beautiful. They are made with 18 karat gold plating, very similar to Leisure Society, and the detail work around the core wire. Let's see if we can get that. The detail work around the Eyewear, has the discrete version of the Anna-Karin Karlsson logo, sort of an AKK, but it just looks like the coining work that you would traditionally see. And I really like this piece. And it's a limited edition piece, much like all of the Leisure Society. I didn't mention that about those earlier. They're all limited edition and numbered. Anna-Karin pieces are the same way, so there's only 50 made in this colorway. And I did a custom tint. I did a sea glass to blush gradient. So it's a nice indoor tint. The blush just kind of enhances my color, my skin color a little bit. So I think it's a flattering color to wear. And then I put this paired with an extra active Transitions Extra Active Brown, my all-time favorite. Or I'm sorry. Woo! I did not do Extra Active Brown. In this one, I did Transitions Generation S Emerald. I have a lot of extra active browns, and so that's what most of my glasses are. This one happens to be the Transitions Gen S Emerald. So you go from that light indoor tint to this nice green gray outdoor. And the LeChap, I love the silver color in it. That's the one I did for myself. It is also available in gold. The LeChap, by the way, is a 56i 18 bridge. So if you need a slightly larger size, but not too large, it's really good for that. I really like this look, guys. Check out the LeChap from Anna-Karin Karlsson. All right, let's keep on moving along the list here. This is our most popular Navigator shape right now, guys. This is the Taka by Masunaga. And this comes to us from the collaboration that Masunaga did with late Kenzo Takata. His company is called K3. And these pieces are just beautiful, guys. Masunaga quality, so good, so top-notch. So this one does have an inner eye wire and an outer wire, a triple bridge bar right up front, a temple designed after a lorgnette handle. Beautiful detail work. This is the most popular Navigator shape we carry right now. It's actually currently sold out. I've got more on the way, but even some of those on the way are spoken for, particularly in this navy silver color. It also comes in a black gold color, which is right here. I've done another video about the Taka and how we recently customized it with a transitions lens with a blue tint and a flash blue mirror. I'll link to that below. All right, now let's move along to Gotti. I haven't talked about Gotti a little while on the channel. Swiss brand Gotti, beautiful titanium pieces. This is, we're gonna start with the Gustav. Gustav is a 53i 18 bridge, and this is a gold color. And it has a nice, real clean detail work around the eye wire, just clean lines that run the direction of the eye wire. And if you want comfortable eyewear, guys, the titanium pieces by Gotti, I need to weigh these and put the details on the weight down in the description box. If I would have thought about it, I would have had my scale here. They weigh nothing, guys. Like, that's the most important thing. It doesn't really matter how many grams. These frames, now this is another Gotti called the Damien, and it's a 53i 16 bridge, also in gold. No coining work or any kind of detail around. It's a smooth, polished eye wire edge. But guys, if you want comfortable frames, as I said, the Gotti Titanium Rimless Series, the Damien, and the Gustav, so comfy, incredibly light and comfy. And I want to show one last from Gotti. This is the Allidy. The Allidy, this is one I also have in my personal collection. It's sort of a blue copper gradient. You can see right here. The titanium temple arms are pressed really thin. They're just pressed and pressed and stretched and pressed. So you get this nice thin cut. So you get a nice flexible fit. It's a 54i 16 bridge. So light, so comfortable. You hardly feel these while you're wearing them, which makes for a nice, comfortable fit. All right, now, only two more brands to get through, guys. Thank you so much for staying with me. This one is a fun one, okay? This is the Hapter. And Hapter is a little-known Italian brand out of Italy that is doing things. And I just discovered Hapter about a year ago when a client in Hong Kong sent me his Hapter frame for us to make lenses for. These are so beautiful, guys. They're cut from a plate of steel, sheet metal, laser cut, and they take industrial grade rubber and they fuse it to the plate before they cut them out. And so you get this just beautiful color, look, appearance. Hapter is a word that means kind of touch, feel. And so the rubber finish here is very textured. It's got a lot of texture to it. They have this hinge design. They have a patent on it. It's called an 8-gon hinge. So check this one out. WL10 is the model. Kind of a gray color front with a leaf brown color inlay. And this is just a great design. Very 1980s vibes going on. This one you could rock it with a cool custom tint, light indoor tint, or not, whatever your pleasure. This one's just a great looking Aviator through and through. It's a big eye size. It's a 58i 17 bridge, but just like some of those Gotti frames, thin flat sheet metal, very light, super light, very comfortable. Rubber grippy nose pads, grippy temple tips, fully adjustable. So that's the WL10. One more from Hapter. This is the PL15. Now it's a smaller size and it's a little more boxy. It's a 51i 18 bridge. And again, the PL15 model, boxier Navigator double bar shape, thinner temple tip arm. So smooth. So check these out. Just so cool. Just such cool eyewear. Again, these are made by Hapter in Italy, completely made in their Hapteria in the town of Belluno. And just beautiful stuff, guys. Incredible quality. The Italians have been known for innovating in eyewear for a very long time. And I think you're going to see more of this brand to come. I'm certainly excited by what I've seen so far, and we've only carried it for about 6 months now. You can check out the rest of the Hapter line and all these lines at our website at hicksbrunson.com. All right, you've made it to the end. This is the last one. This is an American classic, guys. This is the original pilot from AO Eyewear, also known as American Optical. And if you just want a workhorse, if you just want a solid, sturdy design that comes in at a more budget-friendly price point that you can wear while you're working, wear while you're driving, or wear while you're doing anything kind of more active, this is the design. It's called the original pilot for a reason. It was originally designed for, and I'm going to show the gold color in a minute. It was originally designed for the fighter pilots in World War I. This is the bayonet temple, and it has that paddle design because it was hard to get sunglasses into your helmet. And so this one you can shove into the helmet. So, even if you're doing anything where if you're racing, you got a helmet on, you're motorcycle riding, like this is a great frame to wear with helmets. So this is the original pilot in the silver color, and it comes in 3 eye sizes, I believe. This is the 55 eye, so this is going to fit most people pretty well. This is the silver color. Of course, it comes in a sunglass, but the point of my video today is the optical versions of Navigator shapes that I like. So that's the gold, that's the silver, and that's my list. Those are my favorite Aviator / Navigator optical designs right now, guys. I'll make links available down below to shop all of these styles. If you have a question about anything you saw today, or you have a suggestion or a comment, I invite you to post that right down there in the comments. If you have an idea for an upcoming video you'd like to see me cover, I love taking your suggestions. Thank you so much for being here. This is the Hicks Brunson Eyewear YouTube channel, and I will see you in the next video.